In this video, we're going to have a quick look to see whether Rolls Royce is a stock that we should be buying or at least have on our watch list. While Rolls Royce was hit particularly hard during the pandemic when all air travel came to a halt, there are reasons why I'm becoming more and more interested in Rolls Royce as a stock to build my position in. I'm going to highlight 3 reasons why I'm paying particular attention to Rolls Royce. It has been one of the outstanding FTSE 100 large caps year to date. It is up 56% since the start of 2023. If we look at it over the last 6 months, it's up even more, smashing over 110% increase in price. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Mark of Desperately Seeking FI. Rolls Royce have 4 different parts to their business. There's civil, aerospace, defence, power systems, and electrical. I think the top 3 are the ones that they're really focusing on and could see huge potential for their future growth. Let's kick off with civil and aerospace. Holidays and people starting to take more flights, we see a huge benefit for Rolls Royce. 45% of Rolls Royce's revenues come from the civil aerospace side of the business. This really is key for them, and they are seeing really good prospects coming through, and this is all corroborated by recent global passenger traffic figures being 85% of the pre-COVID period. What does this mean for Rolls-Royce? It means that they need to start servicing and working on their Rolls-Royce engines, and so they're coming back to about 80 to 90% of the pre-pandemic levels. Many believe that international travel is going to become even bigger and continue to grow. With China coming out of its COVID lockdown policies, that may also increase that. There are still a few problems because there may be the bigger drive to try and drive down the carbon emissions to decarbonise, but this is one of the key goals that Rolls-Royce is working towards and have net zero goals by 2050. They may be able to become leaders in this field. And they really are making steps forward on this, where they've completed a test run of an engine that is powered by hydrogen. Defence systems were the second most important part of their revenues, bringing in about 29%. And what have we seen with the Russian invasion of Ukraine? We have seen defence companies benefit, certainly across the West. Rolls-Royce has definitely benefited from this, picking up some additional contracts. And last year, the defence side of Rolls-Royce soared to 5.4 billion from 2.3 billion in the previous year, so we're more than doubling their revenues. Some of the areas that they are involved in are shown here, and they really are benefiting from global geopolitics and tensions across the world. There is also the Australian, US, UK Defence Pact that has come about from Brexit, and Australia are looking at Rolls-Royce as one of the key suppliers. All in all, while geopolitics and tensions are not great, Rolls-Royce could be one of the benefactors of that instability. One of the most exciting parts of the Rolls-Royce business is it's looking into the future on nuclear power, and particularly the small modular reactors that they're developing at the moment. And this drives towards that net zero and reduction in carbon emissions to assist the UK with the ambitious target of being net zero by 2050. The SMR really is something that could help towards this, and Rolls-Royce are one of the key leaders within this field. So the SMR basically is looking at having something that has a footprint that is about 1/10 of the size of a normal nuclear power station. It would generate thousands of jobs by 2050 and deliver great economic benefit to the country. Why is this? An SMR basically has the ability to create loads of low cost, low carbon energy, which is equivalent to about 150 onshore wind farms. Lots going on with Rolls-Royce looking forward into the future. They have had good financials last year. That has driven good growth in the share price. But also in March, we had UBS nearly doubling its target, looking at Rolls Royce going up to about 200 pence. Many analysts calling it abnormally cheap. What will China do as we move forward? And Citi have actually lifted their price up to 255. If we have a quick look on simply Wall Street, where are we saying that fair value potentially is? They are looking in around that £2 mark. And that shows that potentially undervalued by 22%. That's all well and good, lots of positive things, but there are obviously cons that we need to have a quick look at as well. With Rolls Royce, debt is still very high. Debt to equity is running at about 70%. While this is an improvement on where we were coming out of COVID, where it was sat at about 130%, it is still the key concern that I have with this. And there is also the concern that people have made an awful lot of money on Rolls Royce with that huge increase over the past year. Will some people start to take profits? And that may start to see the share price drop. There is also the fact that there's been some new changes within the management structure with a new CFO coming in. There are lots of things that you need to have a think about. What I do recommend is go away, do your own due diligence and figure out, is this the kind of business that you wish to invest in? At the moment, there isn't a dividend, but potentially if the books start to look slightly better, you might see that dividend come back into play. While I enjoy investing in individual stocks, and Rolls Royce is one that I am keeping a very close eye on, I do most of my investing into low-cost ETFs or low-cost index funds. So why don't you have a look at this video, which will give you some ideas of where you might think of investing in the ETFs. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.